we are at the Reese's Senior Bowl talking to DJ Reader of the Clemson Tigers. DJ, there was a lot of excitement going on up there when you guys were rubbing Howard's Rock this season. Tell me about your season. What did you think about the season?
It was a great season. Great for the guys, great for the team. We just had a great atmosphere. Had fun. Fans are great, and so it was just overall just a really good season. I couldn't be more happy.
Well, yeah. So ranked number one so early there in the season. I mean, that had to be an honor in itself.
Yes, sir. It was nice, and it was really tough because all we thought about was like we got to keep it pole to pole. We got to stay number one all the way through. And the last game we didn't make it number one. We ended up number two, but it was a blessing to be able to stay out in front and stay in front for so long.
Yeah, I've always had this thing. The curse about being number one is when you're number one so early. Yeah. That means you're everybody's target for the rest of the season. Or if you start out the season as the number one pick,
it's tough. It's tough. I mean, we just had to look at it like we know we're gonna get everybody's best shot, and we had to know that we had to go out there and play our best every game. We had this little saying where it's about Clemson, where we don't focus on other teams. We focus on us. If we play to our standard, so we'll be fine.
Well, I think you played to your standard and set a new standard.
Yeah, I think so. I think we raised the bar a little bit, and hopefully those guys coming up next year can pass us and keep doing things great.
Yeah. Well, I attended the FSU game that you guys had there, and that was one heck of a game. I mean, taking it right down to the wire and just pulling it out there at the end.
Oh, yeah, it was big for us. They had been like our Achilles heel the last few years, so it was big for us to go out there and finally be able to beat them. And, they're a great team, great program. And so it's just the respect from the guys at Florida State, Coach Fisher, so it was great.
Yeah, it really was. And so now you guys have the dancing coach, or is what is his new title now?
I mean, that's Dabo, man. Dabo's he's a fun dude to be around. You just gotta be around him. He's like that all the time. Everybody thinks it's like, oh, is he always like that? I'm like, yeah, man. He's always like that. It's great to have a coach who has energy like that, and it's never a dull moment around him. And yeah, he's gonna be serious at times, but at all times, you always know he can relax and be a normal person.
Yeah, but the whole thing should be fun sometime, right?
Yeah, it should be fun. I enjoy it, especially after games. Get a good win. He comes in there and just does his thing. He's gotten better. Definitely gotten better as the season's gone on. But, so he's just a fun guy to be around.
Oh, so let me guess how he got better. You taught him the steps?
Nah, I didn't teach him. We got number 5, G-Hop. G-Hop, like the dancing king on our team. So, G-Hop and Travion got him right. Coach Winnie be back home looking up YouTube videos. He might not tell you, but he be looking up YouTube videos, trying to figure out how to do things, practicing around the house. So I think he did a little preparation. He wasn't going to just go out there and be embarrassed.
Well, the trick is I do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I get to that YouTube, so if I can see it and I can pause it, I say he went left, he went right.
Yeah, there you go. See, you got your preparations, everything. Yeah. Not only in the game of football, you got preparation on your dance moves, too.
Okay, so now talking about the Senior Bowl here. I mean, this was the first day of practice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was first day of practice today. It's great, blessing to be here, and just awesome to be around the top guys in the country, top seniors in the country, and just getting out there and competing, and doing what we all love, playing football.
Well, when you say be around the top guys in the country, I say if you're here, someone thinks you're one of the top guys as well.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm just a blessing to be thought of one of those guys, and so it's just been a long road to get here, and just glad that all my hard work's paid off.
Yeah. So, so what are you hoping to, I guess, to basically, get out of participating here?
I think just grow as a person. Go out there and compete every day, play this game, show people that I can play this game that I love, and do things that I know that I can do, and just show people that hey, I can play too. But I think I'm just. But basically just want to improve. You don't get an opportunity to get iron sharper than iron all the time, so it's just a way to improve your game. You're going against the best of the best, so you get out there and you get to actually practice on things that you would do in a game and get better at what you would do, and just become the best player that you can be.
Outstanding. So I saw a lot of practice today, and it was like the coaches were doing a lot of basic and kind of technique things. Mm-hmm. Is there some new things you've been exposed to so far, or what do you think?
Yeah, at Clemson we play kind of more of a gap control defense. It's a tack style defense, a little bit different, but everybody's got to make adjustments. Everybody doesn't come from the same thing, so somebody's going to have a different problem than I have. So it's just been fun just learning, just taking it all in, soaking it all in.
Well, I'll tell you what, you said making adjustments, right? So I guess the next adjustment to make is to make the adjustment to be in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be a big adjustment. It's going to be a big adjustment maturity-wise, speed-wise, game-wise. So, I think I'm ready, and I'm excited for it. I always like new opportunities, so I'm excited for it.
Well, you set you set a stage. You played on the biggest stage in college football, so that has to make the resume look a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so. I think I had a great game that game, so I think that was a perfect stage. If you're gonna have a good game, that's a perfect stage to have a good game on. So it was good for me and good for a lot of my teammates, and I think that'll make that transition a little bit easier. But it's all about the work that you put in every day.
Well, DJ, I'm gonna tell you what, it was good for you guys, good for the team, but as a fan or as a guy like what I do here, I'm still a fan. One hell of a football game. That's the only way I can say it. And
one of the best games I've ever played in. They're a great team. Alabama's a great program. Just an awesome game to play in.
Well, looking at it, as a fan, I get behind my lens and I get my microphone, I get access to you guys and things like that. But from a fan's perspective, I wasn't at that one. I had to sit at home and watch it on TV. But, from a fan's perspective of, one team giving you their best shot, and then the next team come back and respond with a good shot, and then it keeps building from there.
Oh, yeah.
So how did it feel, just being out there on the field when you're noticing that kind of thing happening? They take your best jab, you give it back.
It was a street fight, man. It was like a street fight versus your best friend. Yeah, he's never gonna give up, you're never gonna give up. Somebody's gonna win, but it's not like somebody just got beat down, and so it was just a blessing. We were out there, we were trading blows back and forth, and it was just it's good to see everybody who thought that Clemson couldn't do it go in there and give the big dogs a shot for their money. And maybe if we don't make a few mistakes, we might win. But we made those mistakes and they capitalized. But we still threw the fights and we still threw the punches and we put that fight to them.
Yeah, again, back to the fan experience. It was a fantastic call there with the onside kick.
Oh, yeah.
Or I would call it a kick pass. I've never seen anybody kick it. It don't hit the ground. It just goes in the air and the guy catches it. God knows how many times can something like that work?
That's actually something. We did that against South Carolina the year before, and the kid called a fair catch because he was in the area and you had the right to catch the ball. But, it's just smart play by them, being heads up and executing exactly. And the whole game's about execution. And even though they executed, it was just good to still trade blows. It was like I said, fighting your cousin, your best friend. And so you're going to fight, and you're going to get hit, he's going to get hit. You're going to keep hitting each other until finally somebody wins.
Somebody wins it. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I think, when I look at the game, I'd say the fans won.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was worth every daggum penny.
Oh, yeah, I think, we just wanted to give them a good show. Didn't end the way we wanted to, but we left our hearts out there on the field, and it was just a blessing to be able to play on that stage and that opportunity.
Well, on that note, I guess it's time for me to close it because it's a blessing for me to be here, taking your time to interview with me and getting to know you a little bit. But again, here with DJ Reader at the Senior Bowl. Greg Collier with Action Sports and News.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.